Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my Christmas movie marathon. And today I'm going to be going over the Black Christmas 2006 remake. I believe I said in my intro video that I'm going to be covering like two Christmas horror movies, and this is the second one. It's actually kind of funny because I was originally going to review um, Jim Carrey's Grinch movie until I realized, like, I don't really want to watch that film. Like, I remember seeing it when I was really little, and, like, even then, I thought that it was just weird. That and the fact that, like, I'm not that big of a fan of Jim Carrey in general. Like, I've seen a few of his movies, like The Truman Show and other movies that he's had roles in, such as Sonic the Hedgehog and Kick-Ass 2. And, like, those are pretty much the only roles that I've liked him in. Everything else, I feel like it's, like, he just goes too far. Like, I think the first movie I saw him in, aside from his version of The Grinch, was Batman Forever. And I still think to this day that his portrayal of the Riddler is like the worst one that I've ever seen, like across any Batman media, not just movies, like but also going with like video games, comics, TV shows. But anyway, point is, I'm not reviewing Jim Carrey's Grinch because I don't really like Jim Carrey much as an actor. So instead, I decided to review Black Christmas. And the reason why I'm reviewing the remake instead of the original is because, to be honest, I consider the remake to be more of a Christmas film than the original. And that might be sacrilege, but to me it really just comes down to like the Christmas imagery constantly being used, the Christmas music played throughout, and like even the kills that Billy does, as well as his sister daughter Agnes, which I'll get into that in a second. A lot of the kills that they do kind of have to do with the holidays, where like Billy gouges someone's eye out with a Christmas ornament. He beats his mother to death, and then literally uses her skin to make Christmas cookies. Like it's stuff like that kind of make this to me more of a Christmas film than the original Black Christmas, ironically. Um I mean, obviously the story itself is kind of derived from the original, about a serial killer stalking these sorority girls on Christmas Eve, I believe it is. Or at the very least, it's the weekend before Christmas. And that's why, yeah, the sorority girls are there to begin with. There's a huge snowstorm, which locks them in. And the killer is picking them off one by one. Uh, there were a few things in this movie that even for me was a little bit too weird, um, such as the whole incestuous sexual assault that the killer's mother forced on him, like during a flashback sequence, which gave birth to his like sister daughter weird thing. Um, and then there's the whole cannibalism angle, like I mentioned earlier, with Billy killing his mother and then using her skin for Christmas cookies. And then there's the whole thing about like both Billy and Agnes like eating eyeballs, which was just weird. But those those were the only things I thought went a little bit too far in this, or well, not exactly too far because I've seen the Terrifier films, but uh, I feel like they went like I feel like they unnecessarily pushed it too far, which is weird for me to say, because again, I've seen Terrifier, but I feel like they didn't have to go that extra mile, if that makes sense. other than that, like I liked this movie. Like I binged I binge watched all three Black Christmas movies in a row in a single day, where I saw like the original, the 2006 remake, and then the 2019 reboot with Imogen Poots and Carrie Elwes. And I mean, I personally like this one more than the other two. Well, I mean, the 2019 reboot like just fails on a landslide. I'm not. I don't have to get into that one, but I like the remake more than the original, and I'll admit I have a bit of a bias to that one. And it's the same bias as to why I prefer Rob Zombie's Halloween films over the original Halloween, because when I turned on these movies, I knew exactly what to expect, where of like a serial killer, like going out and killing people. Whereas in the original, like there's that huge slow burn thing, and I'll admit I've been desensitized to the point where like that's kind of what I expect from slasher films and horror movies. So for the original films to have like a really slow burn to like the whole tension and everything, that kind of throws me off a little bit. Um, and that's kind of a weird thing to say, but like it is what it is. But anyway, the film I think looks great. The shots are nice. The colors really stand out. The acting is okay. I can't remember what the actress's name is, but it was pretty cool that one of the sorority girls from the original film, she got recast as I think the sorority mother or one of the maids or whoever. But point is, like, it's cool. It was cool that they brought her back, and also like Katie Cassidy as like the lead actress in this film. I think she was serviceable. She did all right. I mean, I think I said during my Nightmare on Elm Street remake review that that I liked her small role in that film, and again, that's probably my bias, because I got more exposed to her from the TV shows Arrow and Flash. But I thought she did all right here. The whole backstory with Billy Lenz, like I said earlier, I don't think they necessarily had to go like that far with him, and that's kind of the same gripe I had with Michael Myers when Rob Zombie's movies. As much as I like those films, I do think that Rob Zombie didn't have to basically show Michael Myers' entire childhood. And it's kind of the same thing for this one, even though his backstory also kind of like serves as one of the examples on why I think this is more of a Christmas film than the original Black Christmas, because basically every single Christmas for Billy Lenz was just hell for him because of his mother, to the point where like she locked him in the attic, and like gifted him a telescope so that he could see a neighboring family, to basically taunt him that he would never have that. So despite all of that, I think they would have done better if they didn't have any of Billy's backstory, that just like kept him as a mystery, just like the original Black Christmas, just like the original Halloween. But those are really my only gripes about this film, because overall I think it was still pretty good. There's not too much I can really say about this, so I'm gonna quit rambling. But I know that it's an unpopular opinion that I like this movie and I like it better than the original. But I mean, I was born in the 2000s. I grew up with slasher films like these and the remakes of Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, all of those films. So yeah, I have a bit of a bias towards them. Same reason why I like the Star Wars prequels, because like those are the movies that I grew up with. I mean, the originals are fantastic, but I'll always defend the prequels. And okay, I'm going off on a tangent here, so I'm just gonna end this video with saying like, I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I like this remake, and like I said, I consider it more of a Christmas film than the original Black Christmas. So that's it for this review, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another Christmas themed movie. Bye, everyone.